Oh, my other dog's behind me. I can't even sit back. Hey, the Joyful Yogini here. Happy 2022 and welcome to your weekly reading. I have a dog sitting behind. I don't know if I can. Great, why don't you come in front? Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. All right. So I hope everyone had some nice holidays and nice New Year's Eve celebrations. I I actually haven't had so much fun for New Year's Eve in a really long time. It was really good. I went out with a newer friend of mine who is also going through a separation, who is also still at home in the situation. So it's kind of neat that we can relate to each other, lots of things that we can talk about, share. It was cool. And we just went to this small gathering at one of her friends' places that was all these 30 something couples. So I guess Pam and I were a couple, which was, anyways, we played this super fun game. I have no idea what the game is called. Is that someone saying hi? Or is that the auto moderator message? Okay, it's the auto moderator message. Yeah, we played this super fun game. And if you know what the game is called, please let me know because I think it'd be a really fun game to get. There were, let's say, 100 playing cards, 100 cards, and they each were numbered from 1 to 100. And each of them had a different scenario on it that had been rated from being not so bad thing to experience to be uh, the most terrible thing that you could experience in your whole entire life, right? And so all these different things are rated. And you would start by getting 4 cards in front of you, and you're getting them randomly, and they each have their own number, right? So you might get number 3, number 34, number 69, and that's interesting. That came out of my mouth. And then number 82. And then someone, when it's your turn, someone will read you one of the cards and the scenario, and you don't see what number is on it. And you have to figure out, so let's say the scenario is getting your leg caught in a bear trap. And so you have to look at your cards and say, okay, is this worse than having poison ivy on your genitals? Or is it worse than watching porn with your parents of porn that they made together? So interesting discussions come up while you're doing this game. It was a lot of fun, a lot of laughs. All right, so for today, I was yes. What are you groaning about? He's like, pet me, give me attention, not them. Give me attention. All right. So I was going to do the weekly reading, and then I thought I'd do a overall reading for 2022. Now, I think it was last Wednesday during Intuition Wednesday. Oh, someone's there. During Intuition Wednesday that I did a bit of a 2022 reading. So it'll be interesting to see if similar things come up or if it's different. And I'll use the same cards, I think, for that, just to see, because maybe things have shifted. I don't know about you guys, but within Canada and specifically in Ontario, I don't have all of the news right now, but they just closed shutdowns, and schools are going online for at least 2 weeks, and restaurants are only for takeout now again. It's like, would you rather with terror scenarios? LOL. Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. Exactly. They're very funny. Okay, so we're gonna start the week reading. Oh, you know what I think I might do as well? I'll go with the flow, but I might even pick an aromatherapy card to just because if those of you who are into aromatherapy, we can see what essential oil or oils might be beneficial with the energy for this week. Because going into 22, the energy is very intense right now, but it feels powerful in a good way. It feels like powerful new beginnings. Yet COVID in in Canada is spreading like wildfire. Right? In Ontario, it's spreading like wildfire. In Toronto, it's spreading like wildfire. So it's the new Omicron virus. Anyways, it's that new variant that is just spreading like crazy right now. But it doesn't seem to be as impactful. It just spreads a lot easier. But you know what? I don't even listen to the news really. So as the knowledge that I have, it's not as impactful on your system, unless of course maybe if you're immune compromised, then it could probably still be impactful. But so we're 2022 is coming on really strong in many areas of your life, but the energy of 2022 feels stop your groaning. Oh. It feels positive. It feels abundant. It feels like we're stepping within our power and moving forward in a positive way in different areas of our life. Okay, what does that say? Yay, Ontario here too. Oh, cool. Awesome, Star Child. Across the pond, Lake Ontario. No way. Okay, that's what the pond. Never heard it called that, but yeah, I guess it a little sludgier than some lakes. I don't know. Oh. So I am I'm northeast. I almost poked my eyes with the glasses. I'm northeast of Toronto. This guy, what the heck, eh? I don't want to move my setup there, but YouTube can see him. This is the guy that is just moaning and groaning. So if you want to see him, you can go to my YouTube channel too. And it's the Joy for Yogini. Makes it easy. Makes it consistent, right? All right. So daily crystal. Here we go. So what do we need for this week? What do we need for this week? I'm getting really hot. I think my sweatshirt is going. It usually happens. Nothing new here. Normally needs to come off. So what do we need for this week? What do we need for this week? I feel like one more. Okay. Okay, what's behind card number 1? Happy New Year, Yogini. Happy New Year to you, Manhattan. Awesome. I need to not have COVID. That's what I need. Okay, do you have COVID now, or you're trying not to get COVID? If you have it, I am so freaking sorry. I hope it's not incredibly powerful. Okay, here is the first card. Stop groaning. Here's the first card. So delight. Stop. Speak your truth. Wow. Okay. And I know last week I had like some throat stuff coming up. I've been having to clear my throat quite a bit. So we're still in the phase of needing to speak our truth first to ourselves and then to other people in our lives instead of, no, I'm fine, because, or not saying anything and just closing up. Sometimes we, I'm going to say this too, sometimes we need to have that downtime. You might not be able to speak your truth at first, right? Sometimes you're like, I'm not ready. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know exactly what I'm feeling. You might know something doesn't feel very good. Something doesn't feel right, but you might not understand it yet. So maybe we haven't been able to totally speak our truth, but I feel like this week we'll be getting more clarity, and we'll be within our power. Stop, Chewy. We'll be within our power to be able to have that confidence and courage to then speak from our heart and explain the way we're feeling and what we need. And what you need, it doesn't mean that you're too sensitive. It doesn't mean that you're too needy. It doesn't mean that something is wrong with you, that you're not good enough. It the only meaning behind it is you're honoring yourself. You're being truthful to who you are. We're all so unique in what we need. It doesn't mean it's right or wrong. It just is what it is. Chewy. Soon. Sit. Okay, down. Okay. Because I taught yoga classes this morning and then came home and then I was starving. The poor dogs haven't had their walk yet. It's freezing outside though. It is so freaking cold. So I was like, I'm okay with putting it off for a bit, but this guy isn't. No matter how cold it is, he wants to go and hang outside in the deck in the snow and just like hang out there. So he's like, what the heck? Come on, let's go. Whereas Gracie, she's like, I'm good right here. This is fine. I'll just snuggle up with you. We don't have to go for a walk ever again if you're okay with that. But when we go, she does have fun. She especially has fun with her big guy here. All right. So the first card was speaking your truth. The next card. Oh, it was this one that came out next. Lepidolite. Recall your dreams. So your dreams this week are going to get more either prophetic. Did I say that right? Or at least, okay, so there's different things that will be happening on different days, and it's going to be unique to each of us, right? So in some cases, you'll be having some dreams that will help you to release some fears. So some underlying fears, some underlying stressors that have been like niggling at you, that have been creating an uneasiness, a discomfort, like a heaviness within you that maybe you didn't even understand, right? So that kind of stuff is going to be coming up and out in your dreams. So within that dream time, scenarios will come up that are not necessarily fully accurate to what you're going through, but it will give you an indication to what has been the underlying cause. And so look for the signs and the symbols, the gentle little messages that might be within those dreams, and know that in this case, when it's like fear and stuff coming up and out and an uncomfortable dream, that's not going to be a prophetic dream, right? That is going to be, at least for this week, right? That is going to be a dream to release the energy, releasing the energy. And then in some cases, some of you will be having dreams that will give you an indication of what's to come and give you some signs of what steps to make going forward. And it'll be interesting to see all three of the cards and how they'll all intertwine together. But definitely pay attention to your dreams and see what messages are clearing come up, because it will help you to integrate the learning. It will help you to the shit has been coming up, and it's not that it's been coming up for the very first time in your life, because this has been coming up again and again in different ways. And we're in the final stages of releasing certain patterns in our life, which is really cool. So allow your dreams to show you the way, show you what you're clearing, integrate that learning, and to be in gratitude for the gift of the learning. Even those people in your life that have been uncomfortable, creating uncomfortable situations, conversations, they've been blessings, they've been gifts, because they've been bringing the shit out and up and out of you to be able to move forward. The next one is aventuring. Really pretty color. It looks similar to a jade. It's really pretty. Create your own luck. So don't let life just happen, or be a victim of, nothing goes right for me. My life is boring. I'm not having fun. Like you can get into that. Hey, give that back. He keeps stealing this Christmas decoration. Oh no, this time it was a mitten. I thought he stole the elf again. Chewy lives up after his name and wants to chew stuff. So he keeps stealing this elf. But this time he got a mitten. They both seem to be okay. It's all right. We're all right. Nothing to see over here. But I think I'm going to have to get him a new bone. All right. Victor or victim, right? Right. Heck me up. What do you mean heck you up? Yeah. It's not the woe is me type. We can't sit in that woe is me type of energy and blaming other people around us for not being happy, right? So it's important for us to acknowledge our emotions when they come up, speak our truth to when it comes up, but speak from the heart. And not necessarily in the heat of situations, because then maybe you'll regret of the type of energy that you're spreading around, right? And affecting other people with. So we also need to take the time to look within. So it's important for us to take responsibility for our own emotions and feelings, speak our truth and set our boundaries, and then create what you want to create in your life, right? So it's important for you to dream big for 2022. Put your order out there, out to the universe of what you're wanting to create. Trust that you have the ability to create that in your life, and that you have the support and the guidance. And then listen to the messages that you get, and then take those steps, like take action when you're inspired to take action. So yeah, no more being the victim. You create your own happiness. So just watch if that victim mentality comes up this week. And if it does, acknowledge it and go, no, I'm stronger than that. And I am a powerful creator, and you can create what you want in your life. So, okay, so that's the energy for the week. And then I'm going to go. So some of you have already experienced my new tarot deck. I normally don't do tarot. For 18 years, I've been using oracle cards, and then I channel messages through. So I'm just learning like what the cups mean and wands mean, and pentacles and things like that. So it's kind of cool. We can, if you know a lot about tarot, great. You can even comment and say, oh, that means that, by all means. Otherwise, we can learn this together. Comes with this cool tarot book. I got this for myself for Christmas. And it comes with a deck of cards. It's just such a pretty deck. Okay. There's something on the bottom of this deck. Okay, it says, welcome to the wild unknown tarot. You'll find no wrongs or rights inside this box. Only mirrors for reflection. Open your mind, draw a card, and have fun on your journey. Okay. I want to see what that says. So, hold on. I didn't even ask yet. What does 2022, what will 2022 be like for us? Hey, Witty, thanks for following. What will 2022 hold for us? What do we need to know about 2022? Whoa. And then this one, and this one, and this one. Okay. 1 card, 2 card, 3 card, 4 cards wanted to come out. I didn't even have a specific spread in mind. So let's just see how this goes. But I want to see what you're saying there. Hello from the Phantom. And then happy day from Flowmaker. Hey, happy New Year and happy Monday. Okay, so the first card, this card came out already, the Chariot. And it has the 1 pentacle. And then you'll notice there's a moon on the forehead of the horse. So the forehead is representation of the third eye, and it's your connection with your higher self. And then, but the moon itself is a symbol of the feminine, of your goddess energy, of that gentleness, that softness, that patience, that being open to receive. The masculine, the sun energy is the do, is the, go get them. And the sun is represented at the top. So it's a beautiful balancing of the masculine and the feminine. And when I see the horse's mane, it's like that chariot is driving forward, the wind, and this is you, right? This is all of you, all of us that are driving forward as we're stepping into our power in beautiful balance between our masculine and our feminine. So we take action and then we listen and then we get the messages and we receive the abundance and then we move forward again. We take action again. And so let's read what is in the book for the Chariot. Mother of Pentacles, Son of Pentacles, Daughter of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. Okay, maybe it's at the back. I'm still getting to know where everything is. Oh, there, the Chariot. Okay. Strong will, triumph. The Chariot is your confidence, your will, and your inner warrior. At points in your life when you felt this bliss of achievement or triumph, you were riding on his back. Build a relationship with this part of yourself. Try to see the Chariot inside you. The more focused your mind, the easier it will be to sense his presence and stay mounted on his back with a fixed gaze and sure footing. You'll be headed toward all you dream of. Love that. That feels good. I feel good. Yeah, that feels good for 2022. So we'll be moving forward in our strength and our confidence and our willpower and our focus of what we're going to achieve. The next one is Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot, I'm gonna take my clothes off. Well, that's it. I'm just taking off my sweatshirt because I'm hot. Still got my yoga clothes on. All right. Ace marks the beginning of exciting new phases. Since the Suit of Cups deals specifically with love and emotion, you're in for a real treat. Expect to enter a blissful time of health, joy, and friendship. A new love could be on the horizon. You may feel that you're making a whole new start. Just go with it and allow this feeling to revitalize your spirit. And the key message is love's beginnings. So we really need to move forward, make decisions from our heart. And many of you, that love relationship is either manifesting, maybe it's just beginning and you're in something new and it's just going to get more and more brilliant and amazing, or they're on their way. And if you're already in a relationship that it isn't already a total shit show, then your relationship has the potential of having beautiful healing to bring a new beginning into that relationship with the love that's deeper than it's ever been before. Playing CIV5 right now. And when you said Chariot, my game selected the next unit, which is a war chariot. I laughed my ass off. Star Child, that's cool. Now that's an alignment. That's for sure an alignment. All right. The next card. This one came out too when I did this. Okay. Look at that. So we have Four of Pentacles. And if you look at it in different ways, we have this infinity sign in all these different ways. So the infinity sign. The infinity sign to me represents balance between the masculine and the feminine, the yin, the yang, and a beautiful cycle of abundance. And when they also, what makes me think of it is when the cycle comes back around again, you have a new learning, a new depth of learning. It's like your soul has a brilliant understanding of your journey, of what you've learned, because you get to the new level of understanding. Now, I don't remember what the actual messages in here, but let's find out. Let's go deeper. Okay, Pentacles, where are you, Pentacles? We got Wands, we got Swords, we got Pentacles. Okay, Four of Pentacles. Here we go. Possession and control. The Four of Pentacles first suggests material gain and stability. So that's good. Only good news for your bank account and home. Yet underneath the surface, this is a card of warning. Do not become possessive or controlling. Holding on too tightly to the material world will leave you rigid, stagnant, and displeasing to others. Wealth is a concept. So your wealth, it's really just your perceptions of wealth. You know, you could be, oh, sorry, Fiona, you could be in a small little home, not a whole lot of space, have a beautiful love relationship, whether you have kids or no kids, and you can feel like the wealthiest person in the whole world, you know? And then you could have a mansion, and whether you have a love life or you have kids or who knows, it can be all these different combinations, right? But let's say, just thinking wealth, let's say you have a big ass mansion, but you can feel like your life is totally in the shitter, right? So it's about embracing where we're at, and not making choices to what is going to make you wealthier. And that could be a side effect, and a wonderful side effect, right? But it's really, the most important thing is making decisions that make your heart sing. What would be a blessing for you? My phone is getting low. Sorry. Yeah, what will feel the most abundant in all areas of your life? Before that phone runs out, I better get to card number 4 and quickly see this. How come you're so hot? Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I will totally accept that and feel it like you're sending me some love. So I appreciate that. I'd say it's yoga. yoga helps. Yoga, laughter, you just got to shine your light. That's it. Just shine your light. Happiness is an inside game. Yeah, Jaded Web. Hey, Ray Reagan. I just got another follower. Sweet. All right. This other card came up too before. So 4 of Swords. And there's a lamb there. So the daggers are coming right down towards that innocent little lamb. Yet that lamb is totally peaceful, just sitting there like, I'm good. I'm full of happiness and joy. And there's also that beautiful sun energy, or the yellow brilliant light coming from the third eye. So again, the third eye is the connection with your higher self, with you knowing you and all of who you are and what you need, right? And the yellow is also representing your solar plexus, your confidence, your courage, your willpower. And this little lamb, or you, knows like, I got this. So when I think about 2022, no matter what's going to be thrown at us, especially during the beginning of 2022, it's like, we have got this. You are strong enough, you are smart enough, you got the resources, and you might not realize you have the resources, but we all have a team of angels and guides, whether you believe that or not. It doesn't matter. That is my belief system, and hey, it helps me to trust and to build my confidence in who I am and what I want to achieve. So we've got this, despite the fear that could be created by these daggers coming down. But let's see what the book says. Okay. So, Four of Wands. Completion, celebration. Oh no, that's not it. It's not wands, it's swords. That wasn't feeling right. Swords. Okay. Four of Swords. Stillness and mental power. Oh, could you do a reading for me? Vokun, right now, I'm just focusing on this 2022 reading. We'll see what time it is after, and I might be able to do a short one for you, okay? As Red Green says, remember, I'm pulling for you. We're all in this together. I love it. I like Red Green too. Awesome. Okay, so though threatening swords loom above, the lamb sits in stillness without fear. The Four of Swords says it's time to look inward and find the mental power to cope with the pressures. So, finding the mental power to cope with the pressures. It's important to rest, seek meditation, or find literature that focuses on ways to quiet the mind. Take this time to recuperate and move inward before those swords strike. Okay, that feels a little bit like heavy at the end, like before, because it's like the swords are going to strike. But I want to soften that, because whatever life is going to throw us, we can handle it. And so, yes, we are going to have some times like this during 2022, right? We're going to have some times where we're feeling great, things are going our way, and then the shit hits the fan in some type of way. We get disappointment, things like our expectations are not being met. But we can overcome anything. We can get through this. And so taking the time to meditate, even doing yoga, right now for us, gyms are closing again. And for me, I'm pretty sure that I won't be able to do in studio yoga for at least a couple of weeks, but I can still do it online. And for me, yoga will be really, really important to keep working with, because it helps you to ground, it helps you to focus, to center, to balance the masculine and the feminine. It also brings your attention to where you might have an imbalance, because when you're trying some balancing poses, and let's say you're trying to balance on the right leg, and normally that right leg feels really solid, and then you get onto the left leg and you're like, wow, I keep having to put my foot down, like what's going on? And so you can notice changes within yourself, within your masculine and feminine, and know that maybe something is a little bit out of whack, and then you can help to get yourself back into alignment. So it doesn't have to be yoga, it doesn't have to be meditation, it could even be just some deep breathing. It could be listening to solfeggio frequencies that you can get off of YouTube, and choose ones like depending on where you're feeling it in your body. You can choose solfeggio frequencies either to balance all of your chakras, or maybe to zone in on the throat chakra or zone in on the heart chakra. Okay, so find the tools to help yourself stay balanced in 2022. But I do feel like things are going to get lighter. And I'm just going to pull an overall card from my crystals deck. An overall card for 2022 for the collective. Okay. Azurite, get laser focused. So get laser focused on what you want, to create, and keep. We need to keep on focusing on that. We don't need to keep on asking, "Oh, I really want this. Oh, I really want this. Oh, I really want this." We don't need to do that. But stay clear in what you want to create, because if you're not seeing evidence of what you want to create, and then you're like, okay, I better go for second best and start creating this, then your energy goes over there. But this part can be really tricky, and it's been tricky for me. And maybe you haven't found, if you haven't found it tricky, I'm looking for my box here. If you haven't found it tricky, then maybe you can also have some tools to share with us, because I'm definitely, share your wealth of knowledge for sure. So I've been finding this aspect tricky, because right now, with whatever is presenting, I'm just putting my boxes away, I hope you don't mind, with whatever has been presenting within our life. Thank you, BOC. Thank you. With whatever has been presenting in our lives, that's where we need to be moving forward on. Because, if you have a big dream of something you want to happen, but you haven't been seeing any evidence of things coming forward, you haven't been getting any signs or inspiration of what you need to do to bring that forward, but other stuff has been coming up. So we need to go forward with the other stuff that is coming up. However, still staying laser focused on the overall big picture that you want to create, and staying open to how that might happen. Because just like if you were going for a job and you really wanted this one job, but you didn't get that job, but this job opens up, but you're like, how the heck can I get to my big picture from doing this? Like, you might not see how it links, but you just don't know on the connections that you might make, or the skills that you needed to learn, the experiences that you needed to have before you could get to that big picture. Like, there might be these different stops along the way. Like, if you think about truck stops along the journey that you need to have in order to get to that big picture. But trust that it is coming your way, and it might come in a unique form. It might not be in the form that you had first expected. But if you tune into the essence, the energy, the feel of that overall of what you want to create, then that would be beautiful. So, for as an example, for me, I'm needing to find a new home, right? Because my husband and I are splitting. We're going to need to sell the house. We each need to find our own place to live, and so I need to find a place where my kids can fit too, right? Because they're important to me, so they need to be able to fit in there. But then I also have this big picture of being able to do retreats where I live, and being on the water, and like, this is like big picture stuff where I could do paddle boarding and do yoga classes and laughter therapy, and like that. Like, I have all these ideas, but I also have other ideas too, right? Wanting to do these retreats in different parts of the world too. Like, that feels really cool. And then I have other stuff that I won't go into. But right now I'm looking for a home, and so there's a side of me that, well, I want to find a property that could turn into a retreat center, right? Like, but it might not happen in that way. There might be a different home first, and then comes that. Or right, like, I don't know. I have no idea. So I need to be, oh, maybe I'm going to need to rent first, right? As opposed to purchasing a home. I have no idea. But I know what the feeling I want to have for, let's say, the home, right? And accessibility and things like that. There's certain things that I need to have like ticks, tick, tick, right? So we can get clear and like laser focused on that kind of stuff, but be open to how it's all going to roll out. And it will. And just be trusting in that. And one of the cards I pulled this morning when I did the yoga class this morning, I always pull cards for the inspiration of the class. And it was the trust card. And it was this horse on this peak of this mountain, small little space, on standing at the very top, and wind blowing and everything, and needing to trust that they're safe, right? Trust that you're safe wherever you're at. Even if you feel you don't have safe footing, you're okay. You've got this. I feel like that is going to be the theme of the week, of the year. Sorry. You've got this. Maybe it is going to be for the week too. And I am going to pull an essential oil card. I promise that for this week. And then I'm also going to pull an affirmation, though. I'm going to start with the affirmation for the year. So you can either say, we've got this, or what is the affirmation? What affirmation would be perfect for the collective for 2022? What affirmation would be perfect for the collective? Okay, I let that shit go. So we're still releasing patterns, perceptions. So an affirmation for 2022, I let that shit go. I'm not gonna waste my energy on that. I let that shit go. Can everyone say that, please? I let that shit go. Okay, what does this say? M first. Three, sure, Sherwinster. I felt like I was on the right track, but then I realized I fell back into a rut and I have to fight my way out again. Oh, I'm so sorry you had to fight your way out. Is it the perception that you have to fight your way out? Is it, or is it possible that you could have the learning from this and let go? I let that shit go. And then change your perception of fighting your way out and seeing, ask for assistance and guidance from the universe and see what presents, and just put one foot in front of the other. It doesn't have to be a fight. And I know it's just wording that you're using, but every word has a vibration, and every vibration affects your body, right? It affects how you move forward or don't move forward. Your vibration affects whether you feel light, whether you feel heavy, whether you feel playful, whether you feel sexy, whether you feel constricted, whether you feel open. So watch the wording of things, watching your thoughts, because that creates the energy within you. It also creates the emotions based on the words you're using, the thoughts that you have creates emotion, which creates energy. And sometimes it can be like, what comes first, the chicken or the egg? Sometimes it can be a situation happens and emotions just automatically ignite because that's the pattern of your reaction. So then you have the emotion first, and then you'll have the thoughts coming after that emotion hits, which then creates the vibration within you. So I'm just saying all that, and I hope this makes sense to you. I hope it's not too confusing. Um, but you deserve to have a happy life. You deserve to not have the constriction and the heaviness. But when I think about going into that rut, I've used this analogy before because someone else, I heard the analogy from someone else, and I'm like, oh, that's such a brilliant analogy. So if you're riding your bike down the same path again and again and again and again and again, it starts to get that rut within there, and it's kind of hard to get out of that rut, but really easy to get back in. And that's representation of the different patterns we have, different patterns of thought, different patterns of actions, different patterns of reactions, and all of that can be rejigged. You can get yourself out of that rut, but it takes some time. It does take some energy, and it takes you tuning into your thoughts and knowing, noticing where your thoughts are and what your emotions are, and then starting to change your thoughts, right? Adjust your thoughts, make them a little softer, make them a little softer, maybe distract yourself for a little bit if you're getting in a really big, like, what a freaking asshole, whatever. Then you're like, okay, I need to redirect my thoughts so you can get into more of a happier place by doing something playful, maybe going out into nature, maybe watching or listening to a comedy, maybe listening to some music, maybe dancing to some music. You can shift your energy that way, help you to open up your mindset, to change, to take off the filters of distortion that you have on there from that pattern of being in that rut. And if you do something fun and playful to shift your energy, it takes off the filters. You can see things with a wider lens. The distortion can be gone. And then once you have that clarity, you can start making choices from that clarity, not from a place of anger or fear or victimhood. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to pull an aromatherapy insight card. And I think after this card, I'm going to need to wrap it up. I do have a meeting that I need to prepare for. And I also need to try to squeeze in walking my dogs. Okay, so this is the aromatherapy card. On Wednesday, I'll be back on Wednesday for Intuition Wednesday. And if I have some time on Wednesday, then I can pull a card at that point for you. So you can tune in. So Wednesday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's Toronto time, okay? So the card that came up is bergamot or bergamot. People say this differently. Tomato, tomato. Bergamot or bergamot. It's what Earl Grey tea is made out of. I love the smell of Earl Grey tea. Okay, and so I'm just going to read from, is the book in here? Oh, yeah. I'm just going to read right from the book for this one. You can see the orange, the little orange fruit on there, orangey colored fruit. So anytime I see the color orange, I also think citrusy. I also think uplifting. But bergamot is, it has different elements to it. This is why I want to go right to the book. Okay, cheerfulness. If you're feeling flat and tired, lost your spark and enthusiasm for life, use the essence of bergamot to access your deeper levels and cheer your heart and soul. Lift depression and help regain confidence and motivation. Release repressed emotions that are blocking your vital force and stopping you from being all that you want to be. Allow your mind to wander to a place where cheerfulness lives, where you can think lively thoughts and feel refreshed. Create a productive and caring environment where everyone smiles. Bergamot is an antidepressant that uplifts, relieving nervousness. It alleviates acne and cold sores and stimulates the urinary system. It also helps to fuel your heart chakra. Beautiful. So I like that. And some other essential oils that uplift are going to be any of the citruses, right? So it's going to be tangerine, it's going to be orange, maybe wild orange. Even lemon is uplifting, but it's also very cleansing too. The bergamot has that element of, well, I guess it really, I loved how it was talking about depression because there's been a lot of heaviness that has been coming up for most people. I'm not going to say for everyone, but for most people. And so, yeah, it's going to give us that little extra kick. So if you have any bergamot essential oil, it'd be a good time to have that going on in the air, or maybe put some on the bottoms of your feet or any of your pulse points. And then that will be helpful. So what is the time right now? Okay, it's 1:32. I know someone else, CPA, is asking if I could read for you. And then also MFST, thank you for your advice. It was really enlightening, and I'm more understanding of what's going on now. Thanks. Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad it helped. Okay, so I am going to need to wrap up right now. Hope to see you again on Wednesday. And if you want to connect with me on my other social media platforms, my YouTube channel, which is I'm over here on, is the Joyful Yogini. But you can also go to my Instagram, because my Instagram has my link tree with my different social media platforms. So my Instagram is the dot joyful dot yogini. Okay. So the dot joyful dot yogini. If you put in just the Joyful Yogini, there's another Joyful Yogini on Instagram. So that will help out. I'm also available for one-on-one sessions. If you're interested in something intensive, then we can go deep and help to create some clearing for you. And if any of you are interested in doing yoga regularly, I do have yoga classes online, in studio, but right now I think things are shutting down for a while. So they will be online and over Zoom. So if that's something you're interested in, then you can send me a DM. So thank you so much, everyone. And what does that say? Yay, CPA. Can you with your abs? And then priest, hi, Mom Gandor. I didn't know I had another online child, but nice to meet you. Not too sure how that happened, but nice to meet you. Oh, you know what? I do not have like abs like that. I've had 3 kids. And anytime, and I'm an apple shape too. So anytime I gain weight, it goes around my middle. So I've never had that except for at the top. I can get the lines. I get the lines going down this way. I get that line, but I don't get these lines. So nothing to see around here. There's nothing to see. But I think, my arms and my legs, you can more so see the definition. I don't think you're going to necessarily see that anywhere else. But anyways, so from my to yours, namaste. And I'm going to say goodbye on YouTube first. Thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day.